Good people, what's going on with y'all today, man? Hey, happy MLK Day, a day of service. It's a day on, not a day off, as they like to always say. And I know somebody who got theirs in today because they
Yes,
get it
sir.
in every day, man. Everybody, y'all see who I got with me? Outlaw the Strength Coach, Coach Outlaw. What's up, my dude?
What's going on, Cole? Good to see you. Thank y'all for letting be on today, Cole.
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. You one of the guys, and you and I go back and forth on a lot of posts. We talk trash every now and then, but one of the things that we do have a passion about these kids and getting these kids in college and just getting these kids to understand the process. So with you, I want to start with this because I get a lot of, I always put this post out. It's random, just out the blue once a month. Every night I be like, hey, y'all better get them babies in the weight room. But then, like I said, I get all kinds of pushback. Like, what you trying to say? My son got this trainer, this trainer. I'm like, listen, I'm not picking on you or whoever per se, but you must feel some kind of way about it. Coach, let's talk about strength training, coach. Why is
Coach,
strength training so important for these young kids?
I'm so glad you brought that up, Coach. Um, First off, we gotta understand in life, being strong is the number one key in growth. So when you take these, let's go to the sport. The first thing you want to do with an athlete is you want to make the athlete strong first, mentally.
Right.
Then once you make the athlete strong mentally, his body will follow to be strong physically. And and if we go to the sport of football, that's a sport of imposing your will on another man. That's what you're doing. The only way to oppose your will on another man is to be stronger than that man, coach. And we have to understand that when we teach our kids to love the process of being strong, then everything else in the game and in life makes it easy to add those skills. The quick feet, the agility, the recognition of playing different positions from cornerback to safety to linebacker to quarterback. Being strong first allows those processes to be learned at a quicker and easier rate because he's already been locked in on the process of getting his body strong to be the best he can in this sport. And if he's not locked in to be the strongest and the best he can in this sport, then what he's doing is he's just going through the motions for entertainment, and that's fine. But then that's what I have to tell my parents. I have to be real with you. Your kid likes the sport. He doesn't love the sport
Oh
because he
my.
doesn't want to be strong in the sport. And if he don't want to be strong in the sport, I don't care what sport it is, he's not trying to be the best he can be. And then if he's not trying to be the best he can be, he's not trying to get what the sport can actually give him, i.e., free education and a lot of different opportunities that he's not even aware that he can see and grow through, coach.
So this is one of the things during my coaching career. One of the things I used to always, of course, you got kids who love the weight room, but then you got kids who they so talented that they're gonna get an opportunity.
Right.
But those kids, and you try to tell them, but they got to see for themselves. Whenever they go to school, their first semester, they call you one night in the middle of the night, be like, "Hey, coach." Talk about that part of it, coach. We've all been there. We all been there.
Because what we got to realize is that the creator blesses a lot of us with talent.
Right.
He blesses a lot of us with the ability to be quick, to run fast, to do whatever we like to do with our body. But how we separate ourselves is the ones who develop that talent and become stronger in that talent become better at doing it. So you realize when you get to that school or you get around a certain level of competition that what you thought you was doing that was astronomical was really just regular part stuff compared to this cat over here. This cat over here been doing it, and he might be bigger and faster and stronger than you. Now you realize that I gotta get on the ball because I've been doing myself an injustice. I done falsely told myself that I was the best because I was killing these drills and I'm killing these cats without no shoulder pads on. But the game ain't played without no shoulder pads on. It ain't played in L. It's played between these men, between their line. And between these men, you got to be a man. If you're a real man, you're strong, coach. You can't be weak or kind of strong. I'm a little strong. No, you're strong. But I tell people, them cats y'all think on the NFL that's little and they not strong. And it look like that because they're around a whole lot of big motherfuckers and they strong too, coach. And that's what it is. We got to stop telling our kids that, no, man, you ain't got to lift weights till you get there. How? Why?
Right.
Why would you lie to them and tell them that?
Yeah.
When you didn't do that, stop telling your kids stuff that you didn't do. When it wasn't good for you, it ain't going to be not good for him. And that's what I'm trying to tell parents. Stop trying to shelter them from the hard stuff. No, give them the hard stuff so he'll learn to love that. Because the kids, I'm telling you, the kids who learn to love the process of being strong, they go farther in life. Yeah. And I'm talking about past the game, coach.
Right.
These kids know how to lock in because they know pain is part of the process. And anything you do in life, it's called growing pains. We all had to go through them. So we have to realize and prepare these athletes that if you want to be great, you're going to have to hurt if you want to be great. And if you ain't willing to hurt for it, you don't really want it. And that's just it, Cole.
I like the point you just made about guys look at, you know, the NFL on Sunday, or they see certain guys in college football. And I like what you said. Like, I don't think y'all really understand how big a lot of these. So when I cover games, like yesterday, we were just talking about this about Marshall and Lattimore. And to see him in person, you sitting there like, man, this is a put together dude. So me and a couple of partners, we all go, man, I was like, listen, not only is this kid can run, all this stuff, now he's a physical freak, and you can tell that he probably buried himself in the weight room at a young age, and all of that is paying off now. Me and you and our pre-show, we talked about a Devontae Smith. Yeah, he wiry but that's DNA. That he ain't got nothing to do with that. But I guarantee you, if you go catch him in the weight room somewhere, he's slinging iron just like everybody else.
So they already showed the picture of him, Cole. They showed the workout, Cole. He in there eating. And he eating like he eat on the football field. He eat in that weight room. And he ran track. You know what I mean, Cole? He did it all. He lift, he ran, and he did it his whole life. His dad in the moment, that boy been doing it his whole life, Coach.
Right.
He just started working out when he got to Alabama. No, he was just a slim-ass motherfucker. He was good as hell. He was a dog. And he got stronger. And that's just what it was. We got to understand that the success, name a program that's successful and show me a clip where they discredit their strength program. Show me a clip where they tell you that getting strong was not a vital asset of our success. You just ain't gonna find one. No. Michael Jordan told you he was getting in that 30 for 30. He was getting his ass beat the fuck up until he decided to what? Started lifting the motherfucking weight room.
Getting the weight room.
His mind and his body to play the Pistons. Until he did that, they were gonna beat him the fuck up. That's just what I'm saying, go. And if the GOAT say he gotta lift, how the fuck we tell our kids they can do anything else but lift? Tiger Woods, the best fucking golfer in history in the sport. What he brought to the sport, he was the first motherfucker showed up looking like he been in the weight room. He was the first motherfucker showed up like, damn, that nigga got chest, back, bicep.
And all of a sudden, he can outdrive everybody on the tour. And if people remember or notice, all other golfers decide, you know what?
Start lifting.
We might need to start lifting weight. We watched Phil Mickelson's body change. Phil was chubby. And now Phil, he kind of look like he in shape now because he got his butt in the weight room. So let me ask you this, Coach. What's the toughest part of selling parents? Because one of the things that drove me out of coaching was the parents. I'm just keep it real with you. I was like, you know what? Since you know so much, you go ahead. But I'm gonna tell you now, you're gonna see me at the gas station, you're gonna see me in the store, you're gonna be like, Coach, you're right. And everywhere I go, I bump into one of my kids for my day, or one of the parents, they be like, Coach, you showed one line. So
Coach,
talk to me. What's the toughest part of getting parents to understand about what you do?
Coach, I try to say, foremost, I salute all the trainers, everybody in the industry that's trying to grow athletes and grow young men and give them skill development. I salute them. I do. And I salute all, especially if you're doing it from the heart and you really care about these kids. And you ones you doing it, you know who it is. I ain't even gonna start naming them out. Cause then y'all gonna say, oh, Coach Outlaw, don't fuck with me because it name me. And you're right. Because if I don't name you, I don't. So I ain't even gonna start that. Who doing it? I salute everybody. That's why I salute y'all. And the ones I fuck with, y'all know. But Coach, what it is I tell parents this, that whatever your kid lacks, to be a parent, you have to know when you don't have it and you're not connecting with your kid. So you got to get them to somebody or get them the tools to develop that in your child. So I tell a parent, ma'am, if you ain't never been strong in your body, if you ain't never been strong in a sport, then you better get your kid to somebody who can help them get strong. And if and I ain't saying just send them to a school, because all head coaches are great men because they sacrifice their time and they don't get paid a lot of money for these kids to help them get somewhere. But if that's not his forte, that might not be his specialty. He's a head football coach. I'm a strength coach. I do strength all day. I don't sell insurance and do strength. I don't work at a car wash and do strength. I don't do a night job and then do strength. At the evening time, I do this all day, 7 days a week, 365 days. That means I'm focusing all my energy in getting your kids strong. So before you tell me that nigga can do it better than me, he don't do it more than me. So I tell him, I tell him, it's what I do. I got a product, and my proof is in my product. It ain't in no cap. It ain't in these words. I got kids who's strong. And that's what it is. And if you tell me in my case, I tell them, I want your kid to be strong. If you got him with somebody helping him get stronger, he gets stronger. I salute y'all, and I want y'all to keep doing what you're doing. But if you don't, you better come fuck with me. Because if you don't fuck with me, your kid gonna have to come against my kid. And when your kid line up against my kid, he gonna beat the shit out of your kid. I guarantee you will. I guarantee you will. I guarantee you will, bro.
So let's just talk about this for a second, Coach, because you see it, I see it, and it's a big part of high school football across state Georgia, across everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have programs that are invested in weight rooms and just getting the kids to that level. Then, of course, we know we have other schools who are, got a weight room, but it's the bare minimum.
Right.
So it's a disconnect where we see the same teams usually every year, state championship time, and those are the schools that really invest in weight training.
Coach, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, all these teams, when you go to the state championship game, I've yet to show up to and let's go before the state championship, a semifinal. I've yet to show up to a semifinal game and see a small team. And I don't care if it's a single A team, a double A team, a triple A, quad five. I've yet to see a small team in the championship game. And I don't care how you try to shape it, because it's not going to be. Because all the coaches understand, just like programs like Alabama, why you have all those old linemen and players go first round, linebackers, safeties, because size does matter in football. Yeah. It matters. The winning programs realize that size matters. And yeah, you can tell your kid it don't matter, but I mean, you're telling your kid that. And your coaches is not sacrificing. Because if I was going to a school and gonna build a program from ground up, if I'm gonna build it from ground up, we ain't been winning. So the first thing I'm gonna tell our kids is we gotta commit to the weight room, fellas. We gotta live in here. We're gonna fix peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and oranges. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna live and take a nap. and lift some more. And that's what we're gonna do until we get big enough and strong enough. Then we're gonna be successful. But until they commit to being strong, I've seen winning programs. I know some winning programs. I know some winning programs up close and personal, Coach.
Right,
I
right,
know them up close and personal.
right. And it's so
I know
crazy.
the ones who winning, Coach.
My college track coach, Coach Foster, he said, I tell parents that the explosive movements that are needed to be successful on the football field are taught and enhanced in the weight room and really executed on the track. And
That's true.
it's one of the things. I mean, you just can't stress enough to parents, to athletes. At the end of the day, the strongest man go. When we always talk about low man, and when we go like when you look at like trench play, if I'm blowing you off the ball consistently, and we getting 5-6 yards apart, dog. At some point, I don't impose my will so much on you. At some point, you gonna break, and then those 5-yard runs turn into 15, 20, 50-yard touchdown because that team has imposed their will on you.
And it go mentally, Coach. When the team starts opposing their will, it goes to every other aspect of the game. Now the run game is strong. Now the quarterback believe and the wide receiver believe shit. If they can run on y'all like this and we can catch on y'all like this, then the defense believe they looking at that on the sideline saying, well, if they out there eat on y'all like this, when we get out there, we gonna eat on y'all too. It's a mental aspect. A strong team is going to be strong mentally all the time. Alabama, you can't tell me but one person on that defense you knew really. You might knew two. You knew CJ little brother at linebacker, and you knew Surtain little boy at cornerback. Anybody else, you didn't really know them boys.
Right.
But God dang them, they were big as a motherfucker. I was like, God dang, where they get these boys from, Coach? Where they get these boys from? Because they were big, Coach. They look like they had been there 4 years. Because over there, Nick Saban already got them boys knowing if you're not finna commit to lifting, I don't even want you here. I don't want you here. He don't go get no little boys. Y'all better look at goddamn them boys. He don't go get no little boys. But don't nobody want that. Nobody's successful. And I tell somebody, you wanna have a strong program that's gonna keep your kids out of trouble. Them kids don't get in trouble. Them kids in the weight room lifting all the time, locked in on being great, being big and strong. They ain't in trouble.
Yeah.
They ain't on the foolishness because they already too locked in, Coach, on the process. It spills over to outside of football, just how they live their life and the type of person is. You understand, Coach? You see what we had in our life and what we did based on our foundation because we done sold out on trying to be great. And it took us to where we need to be right now. Just because we tried to be great at one point in our life. That's why I try to tell people, if you're not preaching strength to your kid, then I don't know what you're preaching. I got a baby right now. I wish they were up right now. I make them do push-ups on camera. They too. I come from my Coach. That make my little boy work out right now, Coach. He going because either you're gonna be weak or strong, Coach. Two choices. Weak or strong, Coach. We can't be sometimes.
Right.
Strong all the time. Nick Saban don't never look like he weak to me. Nick Saban don't look like he ready for a fight every time, Coach.
Coach, how funny is it? We've all been here as coaches. We have guys. Sometimes, look, you're gonna have a kid that's just gonna be exceptionally talented.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's exceptionally talented and he lack the work ethic, when he get to that next level, he gonna call you. Like I say, I used to love get these calls because, like I say, I done told you since you was in the 9th grade. Now you go off to school, and in a week you realize what you were doing and your exceptional cap talent don't mean jack over here, cause it ain't gonna cut it. How crazy is that to always get that call from kids who like, Coach, you was right. Coach, this is all we do is lift weights and run. Duh.
I tell kids, you gotta understand that it's a lot of communities like ours across America. And kids got the same dream as you do. And they've been working at it, playing park ball and dreaming like you. But the only way it's gonna separate you from them is who want it more.
Right.
Who want it more. Who want to get bigger. Who want to get faster. Who want it more. That's the only thing that separates you. So when you get to college, you realize that I was all counted, and that boy came from Minnesota. He done came from Montana. He was all counted too. He had numbers just like yours. He had touchdowns just like you. The only thing that separates y'all, Coach, is now who want it more now, though? Who gonna get better? Who trying to get bigger, stronger, faster, better? That's the only thing gonna separate you. Everybody can have the same skill set, but everybody can't have the same drive with the skill set, Coach. And that's the difference, Coach. The difference is some kids do want it more. They do want it more.
Coach, I tell you, you can't stress to, man, go give me any media guide at any program, Power 5, whatever. And everybody on this page, they were all state, they were all region, they was this and that. Okay, but the separation is who has the better work ethic, because the better work ethic is going to get you on the field. They don't care about that. Listen, everybody not an exceptional athlete like Randy Moss. Randy Moss is just a freak of nature. Certain people are just freaks of nature.
Yep.
They just freaks. But don't think for a second that Randy Moss didn't get it working, because you don't play as long as he did at the level he did without just showing up talking about, man, I'm a freak. Don't be fooled by that. Randy Moss put work in, because you can look at how his body looked at Marshall and how his body looked in the NFL. Weight room.
Weight room, Coach. People don't realize, even with him being a freak of nature, he kept getting better. That's why he's a Hall of Famer, because he didn't stop there. What makes Walter Payton legendary is not his records on the football field. Is that he had a 100-hill workout. 100 hills? 100 hills?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, 100 hills. These folks is already paid, already making an all-pro and working out like they ain't have shit, Coach. Like they wasn't nobody. And that's what made them great, legendary athletes. I tell people, they have a story about Dion. Dion, my partner played with Dion down there in Florida State, and say Dion got in trouble for being late to practice. This when they had a LeBaron, Chrysler LeBaron came out. Dion had a LeBaron. He got in trouble. They punished Dion and made him come run stadiums. He drove his Chrysler LeBaron on to the field and don't walk down in Tallahassee. And say Dion jumped out the LeBaron and ran 20 stadiums from the field to the floor. He got in trouble. He ain't talk shit. He ain't say nothing, make no excuses. Them niggas out there dying. Dion got out. That motherfucker got in the car and drove off. Like, he ain't getting no water break. He ain't getting nobody no doubt. He ain't say, man, coach, my fault. He did his twin. He said them boys out there 30 minutes running them stadium from the bottom to the top. He said they had about 20, 25. Dion ran them things nonstop. Except the athletes, meaning Dion had them already locked in that I'm going to be exceptional even when I fuck up. I'm still going to do it hard. And when you lock in, that stuff take you to other places in life. We see the aspect of his life outside of sports when it comes to coaching. And man, with my, we seeing that. And that's just a mindset. So being strong, yes, physically, but also it separates you. It's going to separate you because it's going to make you separate yourself because it's going to make you go there. And anybody who want to fuck with you or be your homeboy, no, if I ain't trying to go over here and work out with cars, you know, use a fucking with him.
Right.
It ain't use. It keep you out the bullshit. It keep our kids not distracted on the shit that's going on out here in this world.
Right.
Because they're going to be locked in every day and being better. Every day try to get stronger, try to be better every single day. And that's the number one thing about committing to being strong. It makes you strong in every aspect of your life, Coach.
Let's talk about your facility, Coach, because you got a nice indoor facility that you got out there. You got all the bells and whistles. You got the weights. You got the sleds. Man, talk about your facility, man, and how y'all get down inside the walls, man.
Coach, we on the east side, Coach, at gym called Momentum, Coach. Gain momentum on the Instagram, coach. We on the east side of Snapfinger Woods. We do everything in that, coach. Not only do we got a full 50 yards of turf, coach, but we got basketball indoor. We got batting cages, baseball. We got track. We got it lined off for track, coach. So we actually home in and train every sport. I got roller derby, coach, lacrosse, coach. I got it everything. I train all golf, tennis, chess. I train it all. We got everything to do, everything because we home in. We do it all day long. Coach, it's a beautiful thing. Come see us. We open 7 to 8, coach. We get it in 7 days over there, coach. We start at 5 a.m. We don't start at 10 o'clock at night, coach. And we go. We go. We train all ages. We start with the babies at 3 years old. We got grown people. We got a lot of different cats over there. Katie, professional bodybuilders. Katie, Congo. We got a lot of great trainers over there, coach. I'm just blessed to be part of the team. Marlon and Kim, they're Eastside alumni, coach. Southwood DeKalb alumni, the proprietors over there, coach. We got blessed. We already got so many alumni. I don't like to talk about Grady and all the leeway and all the Cam. We don't want to talk about. I ain't gonna start naming all the athletes, coach. They on the walls up there. Y'all gotta come see, coach. We got a lot of kids, coach. Already catching checks. We got a lot of kids. Already catching checks, coach. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, coach. State championship. I ain't gonna start naming these state championships and my teams. All my team, my guys, y'all know who y'all are.
And coach, it's so crazy as people chime in talking. I love this guy. One of the reasons I know you're successful and it's your passion and your energy. I always gravitate toward people who like just high energy. And it's that high energy. I always tell people this: plug into me.
Yeah.
Plug into me. Because the one thing I'm gonna do every day when my feet hit the floor, I'm gonna be uphill. I'm gonna be on 100.
Yes, sir.
Every day. And you have to be that way because listen, we're gonna have ups and downs. It's a roller coaster ride, but it's that consistency. It's that knowing that, hey man, if you got a passion, now your passion gonna carry. It's gonna be some days. Listen, you don't feel good. You're gonna be like, man, but your passion is gonna drive you. Coach, talk about your passion. Cause listen, you make me laugh all day, every day, man. And that's why I wanted people to see this, and this is what they get with you. Talk about your passion and your drive, Coach.
Coach, man, it's given to me early. Coach, my dad is a legendary godfather of AAU basketball in the city of Atlanta, coach.
Listen, I was gonna leave that out because I know people. I get that all the time. People, is that Coach Outlaw son? Listen, y'all. That's that Coach Outlaw son right there. If you dribble the basketball in this city, you bump into Coach Outlaw. Keep going, Coach.
Yes, sir. So it was given to me to give and instill, and I seen how my daddy's life was blessed by blessing and instilling in kids and the youth. So what I did is I took my daddy's blessing that he gave to me, but I went across the board with it because I played football and basketball, but I played football majority. But as being an athlete and playing other sports, I knew that I focused on and I loved the process of being strong. I'm an Army veteran. I played at Clark Atlanta University, Lithonia High School graduate. I'm an Army veteran. So my life has been built on strengthening my body through my life processes and through the football field and through other sports. So I was able to take that and trust in it, and I found my purpose and calling. And because that, coach, I'm fully charged every day. I never get tired. I don't have an off day because I'm doing what I'm meant to do. Right. That means I'm fully funded and fueled by God. So the matter is, I don't need applause by man or anybody else telling me good job. I've already been mandated. So I'm walking in the coach. So ain't nobody gonna get charged up to me because I do it all day. I don't get tired. And yeah, I'm gonna go 7 days a week because I'm doing it not just for me. I'm doing it for me, you, your child, your auntie, your grandmama, your sister. That's what I'm doing it for, coach. Like the song say, me and you. Your mama and your cousin too, coach. That's what I'm doing it for, coach. Yes, sir, Coach. Yes, sir.
Coach,
Yes,
I,
sir.
I I've always had this motto as a coach. It's in life. I always say it's two things: love what you do.
Love what you do, Coach.
When you love what you do, you don't like nothing else
You never
matters.
work. You never work.
But the thing I used to always tell my athletes, and they used to hate it when this speech come, and it's funny. Like I said, as I bump into them now, I used to tell them all the time. Most of y'all like the sport. You don't love it.
Love it.
You like it. You infatuated with it a little bit. You don't, because if you loved it, I wouldn't have to take role doing off season conditioning. I wouldn't have to put up these numbers like, hey, we got 200 kids in the program. Only 75 showed up today. Listen, when you love it, man, you not the like you there before me.
Before me, Coach. Before me. They told me I had to get out of the weight room. And you tell me, Coach Law, the janitor used to say, Law, I gotta go, man. My mom looking for you, I gotta go. I used to try to tell them I went to high school trying to say, give me a key. I try to tell them the kids I want to train, they hit me up, Coach. The kids I want to train hit me up. Like, Coach, when we gonna work out? What time you in the gym? Them the kids I want to train because I know that I'm a feed off of them because you want this work. I shouldn't have to beg you to work out. Your mama should have to tell you, come on, let's go today. You should be waking your folks up. I don't care if you catch the model. I don't care if you say, Daddy, drop me off halfway. I'll walk the other halfway. I tell people, you gotta want it more than me, but you not. That's why I tell my kids, you should want it more than me because it's your opportunity, but you not. I'm going to want it for you until you catch that fire. I want it for you because you don't want it yet because you don't know what free means, what free education means. You don't know what that means yet. You don't know how these student loans got grown people can't buy a house, can't get a car because they behind the eight ball because they done went in debt over this education in a field that they ain't even eating off of yet. I said, so you don't understand. When that thing come free, it hit harder, Cole. It hit harder. It break generation curses in your family. It make y'all have no opportunity to now y'all got your own businesses and y'all setting people up. I'm trying to tell you, Cole, it's bigger. That's why I tell parents it's bigger than this sport. What I'm trying to give your kid is bigger than him being good on a football team. It's bigger than that, Cole. Right. You got to become successful and strong in life. I want him to be the best. I don't care if he's frying fries at McDonald's. He better be the best motherfucker that frying fries. If he's gonna fuck with me,
they better always be golden. They better
be the best one.
Every batch is the best batch.
Yeah, that mean you got to roll it like that. My nigga, hey, I got friends that you know I ain't gonna let you beat me at tic-tac-toe, marbles, hopscotch. Oh, I ain't let you beat me at shit. Hey, hell no, none of that.
I say this all the time. Listen, Uno games around here, domino, you name it. Hey, full-fledged fights break out because you're not finna beat me.
We got to teach our kids. But see, now our kids be feeling entitlement because now a kid get rings for everything. I see a kid get a ring. He got a ring of football. His team didn't even win the championship. Y'all go soft as fuck. Y'all just people got rings at the end of the banquet, end of the year. The motherfucker got a ring. How the fuck? You know what the motherfucker got to do to win a state championship? You know that the hard work got to be put in to win a state championship. And y'all giving these kids rings just because they was on the football team. Y'all coaches. And yeah, if y'all looking, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm just being real, Coach. I'm just being real, Coach. You forget, Coach. You forget how we came up. The only team that got the big trophy is the team that won championship. You got a little bit of that shit like that. It'll let you know next year if you want that big ass, nice ass trophy.
You better work hard.
You better work, man. Bitch, you better work. Yeah, you talking about. Yeah, you talking about, Coach. There go, man. You talking about. You know what I'm saying, Coach? We got to stop. We creating a softer society again now. They're being entitled. I said, motherfucker be entitled. Mother get an offer and think you can't tell him nothing. And what? You got an offer? See, that shit'll get took before you. Out there, man. Ain't talking about.
Everybody, I'm trying to tell y'all this. He like this all day, every day. That's why I plug into it, man. This the only gift that Coach Outlaw got y'all. This the only gift. Coach, we're gonna end the conversation with this, and I'm glad you kind of walked into it. The recruiting process has definitely I say it has gone viral. It's funny you just talked about that because, like you say, a kid will get an offer. He get 2 offers. All of a sudden, he show up tomorrow. He got an entourage, and I'm like, dude, do you know nothing matters until you sign that that letter of intent? And then not only that, now that's just the first part. Like, bro, it don't matter because y'all get what you got to go on campus, and then you gonna turn back into the scrub, and you got to prove to everybody why you got this scholarship. Talk about your feelings on the recruiting process and what's going on now.
Well, what's going on now, Coach, is that in the process, because we have social media and so many different media avenues to promote and expose and publicize kids, is avenues been put in place to benefit financially off the process. So now you have these systems in place, stars, rankings, all this that wasn't in place for us when we were coming out. We ain't have none of that. I don't think we knew. Newspaper, if you ain't make the newspaper, you ain't do shit. But avenues that the kid can be ranked on 7 on 7, what he did at this camp, that camp. So what it is that, yes, it's better for the athletes now because you can expose yourself, and a parent and athlete can do a lot to build their own platform and brand. Yet you have to be careful for the cap, and that's a new age word, but cap meaning you have to be careful for the cats.
A lot of cap, a lot of big capping going on. Big capping going on. Big capping going on.
Trying to just make money off the experience. And they know that kids are going through the experience and parents are going through the experience, and they're excited about their kid having the possibility to be able to go to college and play this sport. So they're creating platforms for your kid to show their ability. Now, some of them are legit platforms, some of them are cap.
All cap.
Right. But what it is how you don't fall victim to that is you stay locked in on the focus, on the process. So you stay your ass working out and don't worry about what ranking you get or what star you get or if you got invited to this camp compared to that camp. None of that shit matters at the end of the day because the motherfuckers in the NFL making all the money, 9 out of 10 they weren't big name motherfuckers when they were coming up. They were 3 stars, 2 stars, no star. Tom Brady went 6th round. Y'all know he looked like a wet noodle at the combine. He looked like trash or juice. And he's the GOAT. He looked like trash or juice. They let you know through the process, it's the only thing that's gonna make you, successful, coach. And the recruiting right now, the pandemic changed a lot of things. Yeah. So for my parents and kids who might see this, I want them to tell them, get somewhere cost effective. Meaning if you don't get no full scholarship, you better find the cheapest institution that has a football team that accept them, and you let them walk on there. I.e., if you're in the state of Georgia and you one of us, family, Fort Valley, Albany State, the 2 cheapest places to play football, you better run them down there. That's just what I'm saying, because the pandemic has changed the process. So some kids who would be getting scholarship and offers are not going to get them because the transfer portal is off the chain. And I just have the opportunity to re-sign kids. So we got to tell our kids they have to learn to love the process even more now.
Hey,
You got
man.
to learn to love the process because you might have a longer road to get where you need to go. But hey, long as you love working, it ain't gonna phase you.
I do. Coach Pope did check there. What up? What up,
My
Kevin
guy,
Pope?
what's going on?
That's our guy right there.
That's my guy.
I'm glad you talked about that part of it, Coach, because one of the things I always say, listen, hard work beat talent when the talent don't work hard.
Oh,
Listen, my daddy told me that at 5, and I'm still reciting it because what I see a lot of, you see these talented kids, but you see this kid who a grinder. The grind. Listen, I'm always gonna take the grinder.
cool.
I'm gonna take the grinder because what I know with the grinder, he gonna give me 200% versus Mr. Hollywood over here, who he just gifted, but he don't want to put no work in. He gonna fail.
Coach,
He gonna fail.
you right, coach. I'm a teacher, coach. So because I know how to teach and I know how to motivate, if you give me the kid who gonna grind 200%, I'm gonna make him better. I can teach him what to do to become better,
And
and
he
he
gonna
gonna do it even harder.
and he
And
gonna want it. Coach,
he
he
gonna
gonna want
want
to
it.
do it. He gonna want to
Yeah.
do it.
He ain't got no ceiling. If you work hard, you ain't got no ceiling where you can go in life. If you learn to work hard, you don't have a ceiling to where you can go in life. But if you already think you done made it, you can't learn nothing. Hell, I think I'm damn great, and I'm still learning every day. And I'm real good, coach. I'm real good. I still keep learning, coach. I'm still trying to learn from everybody, coach. So, and that's because I know for me to consider myself the best, that means I got to keep learning. For
Coach.
me to say I'm the best at this, that means I have to keep learning, keep getting stronger, keep adding to myself. That's the only way to say I'm the best. And you gotta tell your kid the same way. He can't say he the best at nothing until he say, I ain't gonna never stop trying to be the best at it. Then that's how you know you perfected and you mastered. You don't master. Listen, the master doesn't know he a master until he dies.
Right.
Think about that. The master don't know he a master. He's just trying to be the best he can be at whatever he want to be in life. And we got to understand. We got to lock in. We got to lock in and be strong, Cole. And that's it, Cole. We got to lock in and be strong, Cole.
Listen, everybody. This is why I wanted to bring this guy here. Now, this is how I get geeked up, everybody. You have to plug in to people like this, man, because their energy is infectious. People hit me all the time. They be like, man, why are you getting up at 4:00 in the morning every day to go get it? Because I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And I need to empty my bucket every day. And then after session 1, I want some more. I go get some more.
Life, Cole.
No, they have to. No, I had to after that second work. I had to sit down. I had to gather myself, get to the car, and then when I come take that, I want some more. I can't wait till 4:00 in the morning tomorrow. Cause I'm gonna check in again and go get it again, man. We gotta stop being satisfied, man. Go get this out here, man. Hey, man.
2020 showed us that, Cole. Ain't no more procrastinate. You can't bank on tomorrow. Stop banking on shit that you ain't got. You can't bank on something you ain't got, Cole. We banking on shit we don't need control. You ain't got it. That's what I'm saying, Cole. I tell cats, I'm the all-in type of cat. I'm going all in today. If it don't matter. Because listen, if I go for broke, don't worry, I'll build it back. Because I'm going to come back with the same engine that got me this. I'm going to come back and get it again. If I lose it, I'll come back and get it again, Cole. That's all you going to do, Cole.
Hey,
all in.
My dog said, I'm just trying to keep getting into these medium t-shirts. Hey, man, I got to have it, dog. Gotta have it. I was around here. Listen, old pictures pop up now. I be cringing because I be like, boy, I really let myself get out of shape. You wrong for that, man, because you know better, man. No, you know better. Look, a picture pop up, I be like, hey, I sure can't wait for these pictures to be out of rotation, man. But that's all right, because they push me to go. I say, hey, I need some more, man. I ain't never going back that way. I was tripping.
Cause we all of us slack up. Long as you be your worst critic. I tell somebody, you ain't got to worry about telling me to get on the ball. I tell myself. I cuss myself out, bro. I cuss me out. That's what we got to start doing. Giving ourselves a straight, coach. Keeping it real with ourselves, coach. Man, I tell people, listen, I love everybody, but love on yourself. And the number way you love on yourself is by exercising. Exercising is the number one self-love thing to do. It ain't for nobody else. You can be out of shape and get somebody, coach. You ain't got to be fine and in shape. You can get somebody. Everybody can get somebody out there for everybody. Working out is about you loving you. That's what working out is about. It ain't for doing it for nobody but yourself, coach. Because we know it's somebody for everybody, coach. But if you love you and you want yourself to live the best quality of life, make sure everything try to work how God intended to work. And the only way we can do that is trying to eat the best we can do, put the right minerals and supplements in our body, and exercise. That's the only thing we can do, coach. That's the only thing we can do, coach.
Dude, as always, I tell you this all the time. Proud of you, man. Keep pushing these kids, man. What you doing out there, man, is just phenomenal, man. I love what you do, man. Keep it up. I'm about to pull up out there on you. Next time Pope out there, I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna tell them, hey man, all Pope doing teaching DBs how to hold. That's all they do anyway.
That's that guy.
All they do is hold. DB, yeah, listen. All DBs doing hold. They hold. They damn hold every play.
Cause I love Cole, man. I love Pope, man. He out there, great guy, great coach, giving great knowledge, great tools out. I know what he doing over there at Hateville. As a program, it's a strong program. Cole, I love Hateville too, Cole.
And they do more with less. They do more with less.
Yes, sir, Cole. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big salute to him. Big salute to him, Cole. All right. Cole, look, I appreciate you, Cole. I appreciate you and everything you do. Coach, I love you, Cole. Keep doing what you're doing, Cole. I don't care what I tell you. You keep doing what you're doing, Coach, because you're giving back, you're informing, and you're giving more than you're receiving. And that's what it's called blessing the people, Cole. And this being Martin Luther King Jr. Day and everything, Cole. If everybody don't know nothing, give more than you receive, Cole. Give more than you receive.
My dude down in Florida, shout out to my boy Corey Long. He say this dude is hype on a holiday Monday. See, yeah, that's what we do, man. That's what we do. Hey, Outlaw, love you back, my guy, man. Hey, you know what your dad meant to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I love that you passing along the same things that you were giving, man. Dog, keep riding, my dog. Everybody, for Maceo, that coach Outlaw the strength coach. He gonna whoop your ass. He gonna whoop your ass.
Fucking man. I know it is.
Have a good one, my dog. We going, y'all.
Let's go.